Hello, very good morning. Welcome to JS Testing Academy. Welcome to the next part of video in the SoapUI series. In the last video, we saw about assertions, contains and not contains. Okay. So in this video, we will see another set of assertions, that is a valid HTTP status code and invalid HTTP status code. Okay. Already I added this REST project in the second video. We saw, right? First, I added the REST project. Then I added the WADL. Then I add converted the WADL to a test shoot. Then I had one test case which I executed. I got the response. So this is what we saw in the second part of video. So in the same get endpoint, I'm going to do an assertion now. Okay. So what assertion is now? Let us see. Right. I'm going to this one. So this video, I'm just in this request. I'm going to go, and in that I'm going. There is an endpoint here. There is a resource here, and there's a query param here. It is going to filter with an ID 729. Okay. Now what I'm going to do now is, right, I'm going to go for an assertion here. In that assertions, let me click an assertion and click the plus symbol. In this, if I click, right, there are some other assertions like compile and standard, status and standard. Let me click it. Okay, you will see an invalid HTTP status code and then valid status code. Okay, let's play with this now. So valid HTTP status code. Status code is nothing but the return what we get from the server. There are a lot of status code like 401, 404, 200, 201, 301. So there are like 501. There are a lot of status code which you normally, when you do a postman, right, when we status code is nothing but what is the right result which you get after hitting the server. This status code tells the status of the error. What is whether it's a passed or a failed, the status of the response. It will be, we can identify and we can troubleshoot with the help of this status code. For example, 404 file not found. So we are 404, right, if file not found, right, we assume that there is a problem with some files, right, a file path or something, right, is missing there. So we can identify what is the root problem with this status code. Okay, normally 200 is success, so in this case it should display success. So let me give a valid status code now. First we'll go with the valid status code. Let me click add. Okay, so let me click 200 here, see what happens, right? Well, here we are going to give one valid status code. Okay, so what happens, other than 200 it won't accept, right? For example, right, I'm just checking a valid one. Okay, you can see, right, it is right, the assertion is it should accept, right, what, 200. If I give other than 200 it will make a pass, right? Like if I run, right, what happens, the assertion is 200, so it is passed now. Okay, for example, in the same valid status code, I'm going to give 201. 1 minute. I'm going to another status code. 1 minute. See, for example, I'm going to add red 201. Okay, so it is now actual is 200, but it's accepting 201, so it will be fake. So we can give, right, what status code we are expecting, that we can give with the help of this assertion. Okay, there is also another assertion, right, invalid status code. Okay, invalid status code means, right, it will check other than, right, the valid status code. Actual the valid is 200. So if I give 200, right, it is going to fail. But here is going to check 201, 202, 301, okay, and 401. So all these things should not be there, right? It's going to check this one. Okay, let me delete the older one. Okay, so if I play it, what happens, right, it's passed. So it's checking invalid status code. So all these things should not be there. If it is not there, it's pass. But if I give 100, right, 200 here, right, this becomes a fail here because action is 200. So it is expecting other than 200. If I give 200, what happens? It becomes fail. So like that, same thing with contains and not contains. Contains means you should contain this thing. Not contain means other than that. Same thing, valid and invalid, it's going to check. Okay, so this is how we can add this assertion valid http status code and invalid http status code. There are a lot of series like 1 series, 2 series, 3 series, 4 series and 5 series. We can add these status codes and check in our SoapUI test. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. Continue to follow the series. Have a nice day. Bye. Meet you soon in the next video.